Morning, bro. It's day 2 of Vlogmas. Up again. About to get ready, go for the workout. And yeah, do I look crusty, bro? I don't know, bro. I just woke up. It's 5:30, maybe like 5:40 or something. And the wake up was kind of rough, but I'm about to get ready, head down to the gym. So I'll see y'all in the car. I don't really like waking up at 5. Like, it's not something I enjoy doing. But it's one of those things where I know that if I don't, I'm gonna miss out on so much of my potential, bro. Like, if you think about it, right? I have a shift at 12 for my job. And if I were to wake up at like 10 or like 8, times I want to wake up, that would take away like, what, 3 to 5 hours of my day, right? And I can't afford to lose that because if you wake up right before work, right, then, especially if you close or you work evening or whatever, then you have to give up your entire day. And most of your day was just felt like spent asleep. You know what I mean? And I think it's somewhere in Proverbs, it says like a little folding of the hands, a little crossing of the arms, and you will be robbed blind or fall into poverty or something like that. I don't know. Something along those lines. There's also another verse in the Bible that says, do not love sleep for something. There's a reason you shouldn't. I don't remember what it was. But basically, I'm trying to get at, like, the more you marry the idea of, like, sleeping in or postponing your day, the less likely you are to accomplish things you want. And that's been a huge thing for me, bro. Like, I'm doing this Vlogmas thing, not because like I want views or anything, which would be nice. I would enjoy some views. But honestly, I've been finding that lately I've been falling into this rut of expectations, right? And it's good to want something for yourself, but I also think sometimes when we do an activity or create art or we put out our ideas, especially onto a platform like YouTube or just into the world in general, we have this expectation that things have to turn out a certain way. Or at least I can speak for myself. I have this expectation sometimes where it's like, okay, I posted a video and it has to do a certain amount of reach, or it has to get a certain amount of impressions, or I want it to get a certain amount of likes. And it kind of takes away from the fact that, like, I enjoy making videos. I enjoy leaving a good message. And if I focus too hard on, like, the metrics and the numbers, it kind of, like, it ruins it, you know, because your whole focus goes from creating content that you care about to just chasing numbers and chasing validation and chasing things that are outside of yourself and outside of your control. And even if you don't make videos, right, if you have any piece of art, like you make music or you make drawings or whatever, there's this, you want people to see your stuff, right? But when that becomes the main focus, it dirties the message. And the whole point I'm trying to make with this is I feel like when it comes to something like Vlogmas, right, or just posting every day, the algorithm isn't going to show everybody your content, right? Even people who are subscribed might not see your content. It's gonna kind of force me to just be more focused on the message. Like, as you could tell, bro, my channel is very low dopamine. Like, I don't throw up crazy edits. I don't throw up, memes and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't want to disrespect you by assuming that you have the attention span of a 5-year-old. You know what I mean? You might, you might, right? Like, I'm not saying it's impossible. The kind of audience I want to attract can watch a video without crazy edits and, I was thirsty. I didn't get to drink my water. I also understand there's some people who subscribe to my channel just for the shorts. So I'm gonna try to keep that up, bro. There are very few things in life where you get the opportunity to really show yourself what you're capable of. There's gonna be a lot of channels that are gonna start Vlogmas. They'll get to like day 4 and then they'll give up. maybe even day 2, right? Because they either didn't plan accordingly, they didn't really want to do it, they're not the kind of people that can stick with their goals long term, whatever. And I think that's where people get the advantage, you know what I mean? And that applies to life. There's a lot of times where you feel like you may not be the best, or you may not be qualified. But sometimes, bro, that's not even what you need. You just need to show up more than other people. Because at the end of the day, people give up very quickly. People are very fickle. They have small bursts of motivations that don't carry them very far or long term. But yeah, bro, we're at the gym now, so I'll holler at you later, bro. When you try to rush the process and try to get results fast, you end up trying to look for all these shortcuts or all these like schemes. You're trying to scheme. You're trying to get the easy way out, right? And it's a habit that follows you, right? Because it extends into other parts of your life. Let's say you were able to always achieve a positive outcome out of something all the time, like you always win. Eventually you would get to the point where you would get bored of it. Like, it would be so exhausting to always have things go in a predictable fashion. And I think that's the beauty of challenge, is that you learn and you grow from obstacles. You have to improve yourself. Like, if it comes easy, everyone would do it. There are people out there in this world who are born into really good positions, have affluence, have opportunities that, like, they're just set up to win. They're just set up to win. I wonder sometimes if, like, there are just some people who are born to get ahead of others, and then if there are other people who are just born to not. Are some people just more hardwired to achieve success? When I define success, I think of like security, freedom, autonomy, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, stuff that most people don't have access to. Like, let alone being born in a country where there's no, like, you're safe, you know? You're born in a safe country. That's already boom. You're at a head start, right? Now add on to the fact that maybe you're born in a nice neighborhood, right? Add on to the fact that you have 2 present parents in your life who are a good influence on you, right? That teach you morals and values, or that teach you money and budgeting, right? Now add on to the fact maybe you have friends that are also on the right path, that are ambitious, that want something greater. You know what I mean? Compare that with somebody who doesn't have any access to opportunities, doesn't have anyone in their family that knows anything about success or financial, like, literacy, or, you know, they just don't know how to get ahead, right? I think some people are just born into situations that give them an advantage over other people. And I think that's really, I don't know, it's just a concept that I was thinking about, bro. Like, imagine that, right? Being born to win. That is crazy to me. Because I can only fathom, like, dude, success is hard. You know what I mean? The sacrifices you have to make in order to have a good life, when it comes to staying consistent, being outcome independent, not worrying about other people's opinions, especially when you pursue entrepreneurship, right? There's so many variables that go into it. There's so many things that are out of your control. There's so many days that you have doubts. There's so many days where you feel like it's meaningless, like it's pointless, it's not gonna go anywhere, right? You have to battle with comparison, you have to battle with self-confidence, you have to battle with like just all of these thoughts and possibilities and outcomes that you have to deal with. And sometimes I get jealous of people who are born or who don't have ambition, you know? Like, people who can just live life in like an average life and just be okay with that. I don't know. I think there's nothing wrong with having contentment, right? Being content is the road to peace. But there does come a point where you have to realize the reality of life. Doing things alone, right? All things considered. Looking at the economy, if we live in reality right now, if you don't make a certain amount of money, you will never leave your parents' home. You will never have independence. You will never get to travel. You will be forced to wait until you turn the ripe old age of 70, 80, maybe 65 if you're lucky. But realistically, retirement age is going up, bro. No one's retiring at 65 anymore. Like, that's just not the case. No one's retiring comfortably at 65. Especially if you're not making, like, a really good income. Or a good income in general. Let's say, for example, you get a job that pays minimum wage, right? You're not going anywhere in life, right? And the thing is with the economy now, or at least the way that things are going, it seems like people who are highly qualified can't even get into minimum wage jobs anymore. And you're essentially forced to make it out the mud, bro. And I don't mind the challenge. I don't mind having to grow and develop and build a business and understand business, because I feel like overall that's a more liberating experience. But people who are just okay with that life path, I think it's hard for them to see the long term, right? Because if you think about it, you're going to be stuck at home, right, with your parents for the rest of your life. And I don't think there's anything wrong with being at home, but there does come a point in your life where it's not funny anymore. You know what I mean? You can be at home with your parents and saving money and figuring things out, you know, in your 20s. But when you turn like mid-30s, 40s, it does come a point where like you had a lot of time to try to figure things out. And it's different if you like it's different if you're supporting them, but if they're supporting you, it does come a point where it's like, look, the obstacle is high, right? The expectations are high. But you got to step up to the plate, bro. You have to man up or woman up or just boss up and realize that, like, look, no one's going to do it for you, bro. You can't just stay home and expect handouts. That's just not how the world works. But, yeah, bro, I don't know. That's basically it for today, bro. I'll catch you in the next video. Watch this video if you want to. Subscribe if you want to. And enjoy the rest of your day, bro.